Smriti, I mean, it's been almost 15 years that I've been suffering with a few things, especially things like breathlessness. Uh, every time that I used to eat, I had like severe bloating in my stomach, and I always thought that I was eating wrong food. I always thought that I'm possibly eating a lot, and which is causing uh, these issues. Uh, and I've been exercising for a very long time also. Especially in the last 5 years, there were about 2 years that I've exercised gym a lot. Um, yes, that did help, but it did not help to the extent that I wanted. Maybe my physical appearance changed a bit, but internally I was always feeling not so great. Always a feeling of a swelling within your body was always there, and I realized that something is not right. I was taking a lot of medication, I was taking supplements, I was visiting doctors very often, uh, I was on a lot of medication, and so the outcome was not there, and that sort of triggered this thought in my mind that possibly I need to look in a different way regarding my health. Really, if you recollect, we've had several conversations on health earlier, and you were talking about some very interesting facts about the health of the gut, the kind of food that we eat, the chemical intake that we have in our day-to-day life. And it was convincing enough because I realized those are the actual things that happen, and we don't realize what goes into our body. And that sort of was very clear for me to try functional nutrition, because I was quite tired of taking medicines and steroids and things like that, and I knew that somewhere all of this is only affecting my body more. So the whole idea of not taking medicines but still healing yourself was something which encouraged me to join this program. The journey has been brilliant but not easy. First of all, it's extremely important to understand that this is a lifestyle change. A lifestyle change would include change in food, change in your habits, change the way you sleep, change what you consume other than food. All of that has to change. So you have to mentally prepare yourself well. It took me about 3 months to prepare myself. But the moment I signed off, the moment I started off, I could see within 2 weeks tremendous change. The first biggest change that happened was that I had severe breathlessness, and I used to carry a lot of inhalers with me. My bedside used to have an inhaler, my car used to have an inhaler, my office used to have an inhaler, just for an SOS situation, because I was using it so often. Within the first week itself, I suddenly realized that I don't need it anymore. In another week or so, I realized that inner feeling of being bloated, feeling that feeling of tightness within your body, in your stomach, is all gone away. The most interesting thing that happened is in the mid of January. That was just the start of our program. We started on 1st January. In the mid of January, within my condo, there was a cricket tournament organized, and I was very excited because I wanted to eat well, at the same time exercise also. Sports was a great way of exercising, and I realized that I could play the game so easily now, because earlier for me a small sprint itself used to trigger breathlessness, and I used to use inhaler. So that was the biggest thing that happened with me, that suddenly no inhaler and I could run, sprint, play. So during my entire adventure of many years to figure out what's wrong, one of the things that was suggested to me is to find out if I'm allergic to some foods or not. So I've been allergic to eggs, I've been allergic to shellfish. So I realized that possibly that list is adding up and I should go and get a skin prick test done. What was very surprising to me, that the results came out where not one or two, but there were like 15 odd items that I could not consume. And I started thinking, because actually that was happening, because some few things like peanuts, okay, which is a very regular item that one consumes. I could feel that after eating peanuts, suddenly I used to feel very bloated. Or if I'm consuming dal, especially chana dal, I realized that I have a lot of gastric issues. So I was convinced that yes, these are some of the foods which do cause a problem, but here I am again in sort of a confusion that, or rather, I was more scared that to my list of 2 or 3 things, there's another 15 that is getting added. So what am I left with? And therefore, I had to sort of try this because for me, eating is important. For me, it's an extremely important part of my life. I love food. I am a foodie, and I want to try new things. And you can't stop me doing that, right? So that's the greatest part. I'm eating everything. Only one thing that you must take care of is that you must realize what are the foods that could cause you to go back into the same situation. I think you should not eat something which could push you back into that same situation. So thanks to you, you sort of so this program is not like अच्छा आप आइए दवाई लीजिए और चले जाइए. It was like understand, you educated, you shared a lot of information, made me understand my entire system, and so now I know that after this program I am on my own, and I can possibly forever I can manage my body well and my eating habits well.